Good evening, everyone. Ashley from European Relocation Services here again. So I thought I'd do another Q&A. Hopefully, we get a few people asking questions this time. If not, I should have enough questions in my mind that should cover the topics you'd want to know. Don't worry about asking questions that were asked in the previous one. If you want to ask it, we don't mind. So, we're European Relocation Services, and as our name suggests, we do European moves. We're based out of Spain. In fact, we're based in a small, a Spanish town of Torre, close to the Autovia 7, the Autovia being Spanish motorway, the Autovia de Mediterráneo, the motorway of the Mediterranean, giving us good access to the entire Mediterranean coast of Spain. We cover all of Spain on our work. We haven't yet done it, but we do go to Portugal. We cover most of Western Europe from and to Spain. We were founded in 2012 in the UK in Hull. Originally, we were collect trading and logistics. The original team is still the same team. Mum, which is Lynn Clark, Dad, Paul Clark, and me, Ashley Clark. They founded in 2012 in Hull. We are family operated and owned still. Yeah. We renamed as European Relocation Services when we relocated in 2017 to Spain to concentrate more on our European work. We now primarily, as I say, do Spain, UK back and forth about every 2 weeks. So there's a trip from the UK every 2 weeks, a trip to the UK every 2 weeks, 2 trips each direction a month. So plenty of flexibility and availability. Do we only do house moves? No, we can and do commercial moves, pallets. We can deliver and tow within a trailer, this is. Cars, motorbikes, quad bikes, ATVs, tow boats on trailers, tow caravans. We have towed and delivered a caravan, in fact, from the UK to Spain. I won't say where in the UK, because I can't think of my head, middle of somewhere, and it was going to near us in Los Galados in Spain, not far from Torre, that's what I'll say. So we do way more than just house moves, as I say. Within reason, we will transport most things that we can. We can't do ADR, which is chemicals, because we're not licensed and we have no trained staff, but that's about it. We don't do frozen foods. We can, within reason, do ambient food, though, to and from Spain, if you want it. We have, on a few occasions, done pallets to Spain. In fact, we did a while ago, this was before the lockdown. Went out on a trip before, since the lockdown, but this was before the lockdown, the one I'm referring to. Did a pallet from the northwest for a market trader in our box. So it's not just house moves we do. We do way, way more. We can, as a result, of your link to and from Spain. An advantage we have, and I'm not slagging off our rivals, I'm not slagging off those with bigger bigger vehicles, but the advantage we have operating out of a van is we can often get in places that the trucks can't. Meaning, if you need last mile delivery solutions as a transport company in Spain, for example, you've got, let's say, pallets to go to somewhere on a ramble, which is a dirt road, which we can get the van in, but you can't get the lorry in. We're happy to work with you. We can, as I say, also we're talking services. We do tranship, portal assist and other trade services for other transport companies as well. We try to offer as wide a range of services on our UK Spain routes. Most routes, not all, most routes go through France. When I say not all, sometimes availability ferries mean we will travel from the Spanish ports directly to UK. Other times, due to routes or other reasons, we'll go through the French ports, New Haven or Calais. We don't use the Channel Tunnel for no other reason than the driver, Dad, Paul, doesn't like it. Might sound stupid, but at the same time, the ferries also give him the opportunity to have, depending on which route, 2 to 4, or it's on no longer routes, hours plus rest, which is good. Right, next thing. Have we ever done other countries beyond Spain and UK and France? Yes. We have done, went back as prior to becoming ERS, as we started branching out into European work, as CTL at the time. We have done UK to Italy. We have done UK to Switzerland. In fact, the Switzerland, we've done, what would it be now? I think we've done 4 jobs. So was it 3 or 4 jobs to Switzerland? Including a motorbike to Switzerland, I do mean full house move from London, Notting Hill, in fact, to Switzerland. That was the highest I've ever personally unloaded a van at 1 mile up, including with tranship, in the height of winter in Switzerland. Beautiful, beautiful scenery, but hard work. Hard work. Switzerland, Italy, Germany, France, obviously Spain. We've been through numerous other countries. Have we ever been to any islands? Well, technically, yes, because obviously the UK is an island. But I'm assuming, as I asked this question on your behalf, you wouldn't mean, or I don't mean, the UK. Yes, we have been to other islands. We've not yet done the Isle of Wight, for example. We've not done the Outer Hebrides in the UK or the Isle of Man. However, we have done the Balearic Island at Palma de Mallorca. We did two trips from Wigan to Palma de Mallorca for a customer going back a few years ago. We don't do the Canaries, though. We have an upcoming trip which is full from Spain to Ireland, which will either then ship from the Republic into England or Wales, depending on route availability, or from the Northern Ireland. And assuming that route takes us into Northern Ireland, which I suspect at this point it will, that will then mean we have covered every single, or been in every single part of the UK, with the exception of Ireland. The van, obviously, we've crossed many bridges. That's not even an interesting question, so let's not go there. Now, what's the next question I could cover? I'm just looking at the route board, that was all. Don't know if you can see it. Hold on. I don't know if that's going to come out too blurry for you, unfortunately, so I won't show you that. So if it's right. Right, where were we? Questions. Still no questions. Come on, people. Let's type something. Bear with me 1 minute. So if fire any questions, feel free to ask questions, please. Right, I discussed in the previous version of this Q&A our stranger loads we've done. What's the strangest load request that we've had but not fulfilled? Well, I'm not trying to be rude. This is 100% genuine. As strange as it might sound, we were requested to do a chilled load, which we can't do, of chilled, collected dog sperm. I'm not being facetious, I'm not trying to be rude. Actually, that was what we were asked to do, to take it from a prize-winning dog somewhere, I can't remember where it was in Spain to the UK. Not a load we could do because we don't do chilled. Anyway, but that probably counts as the strangest load we've ever been asked to do. I think that will count as the strangest load. Definitely the strange one that comes to mind. I'd imagine if I asked mum or dad, that would be the same answer they'd give. So, yeah. Not sure which is a better light level, with the lights on or without. Feel free to comment which you think is better. I think I'll go with the light for now. Right, so that covers what I said. We covered in the previous Q&A strangest load, which I still says probably the oversized movie props taken from some, I can't remember where I went from because I was on holiday when the load came in. I was in the Jamaica at the time, but anyway, we went from somewhere, I can't remember where in the UK, to Luton, and then a few years later we collected it, a few days later, not weeks, from Luton back to where it came from. Other strange loads come to mind? Not really that I have already mentioned. I mean, it was the GPS mast, as I say, went from Immingham. I keep calling it Immingham, but no, it was Grimsby. Went from Grimsby to Boston and Boston to Grimsby, same customer. We have done a nativity display, this is back in CTL days, from Prince's Quay Shopping Centre Hull to St Stephen's Hull, and then a few weeks later from St Stephen's to Meadowhall Shopping Centre Sheffield. Don't know if that would count as weird. It was just a nativity, so it's Christmassy. As I said, as an example, we do way more than just house moves. We always have and we always will, within reason. Let's see. Trying to think of anything that would count as strange. We have done cars, but they're not strange. We have done motorbikes, again, not strange. We did a paddock lawn fertilizer clearing trailer thing a few weeks before, just before lockdown from the UK to France. That was, when you look at his pictures, a bit unusual to what we normally carry, but not that strange, I suppose, but different to what we normally carry. Let's see. So that's covered that. As I say, we do way more than just house moves, as I say, we do pallets. When I say we do pallets, I'm not just talking standard pallets. We can do standard pallets. The van will get about, this is the van, 3 standard pallets. To think of the standard pallet, think of the blue ones that you might see in Asda, Sainsbury's and the likes. No product placement. They're not paying, that's just a reference point. And 5 of the small Euro pallets is what I'm advised that the van could get within it as it stands. Right. Next question. No, I wouldn't say we have a favourite load. All loads are unique and challenging in their own ways and interesting in their own ways. What's my personal favourite part of the journey? I love the Pyrenees. Absolutely adore going through the Pyrenees. That is I also love travelling on the ferry. I enjoy the sea. Yeah, I do love getting on the A7 if we go towards Malaga, because there is a beautiful stretch of coast that way. Talking of the coast in England, I love being on the A1 near Berwick. Again, for the same reason, I love crossing, what's it called? The A66 Moors, can't think of the name in a minute, again, because of scenery. Yeah. But no. What's the... we said we've done shopping centres. Have we done anywhere else? We have collected loads from docks, as mentioned, in Immingham, Grimsby, and Boston. I keep saying Goole, but I do. Yes, we've delivered to a cargo terminal East Midlands, as well as the Luton one mentioned before. I'm not sure whether that was I'm not going in the airline that was for, but they're a well-known airline. We've delivered to shopping centres. We've collected from schools, auction houses. We have done a few loads to and from military camps. I'm not going to mention more than that for any other reason than you don't need it. But if it can be collected from within reason, we'll do it. Right. Let's see. Where were we? Where do we collect from? I think I've covered that. It doesn't just have to be a house. Is it a door-to-door service? Yes. Within reason, as a rule, unless it's impossible, our service is door-to-door. Do we provide an in-situ service? Again, within reason, where possible, yes. We will place items within reason, within the required places in the house where it's both practical and safe. If, for example, you want something put somewhere it's physically impossible to put it there, we won't be able to do it. Beyond that, we generally will do that. Do you as a customer have to load the van? No. You can assist if you wish. We don't mind, and we appreciate any help, but it's absolutely not necessary. We, though, load and unload the van. Do you as a customer have to pack? Unless you've booked a packing service from ourselves, yes. Do we carry any additional protective materials on the van? Yes, we do. We carry bubble wrap, removal blankets, ratchet straps, black and clear through string wrap, or to provide protection for items as required, and other protective equipment as applicable. As applicable meaning, obviously, separate loads where we know we've got certain items where we need certain protective equipment that we brought. Is there a maximum weight? We do have a maximum weight. Just 1 second, I just need to check the figure. I can never remember this. Bear with me while I go to the website's cubic meter page. We price by the cubic meter. A cubic meter is 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter, and it's a volume. I repeat, a cubic meter is not an area. An area is a square meter. A lot of self-storage sites do measure in square, though, whereas removal companies measure in cube. We allow 75 kilograms per cubic meter. I had to check that because very rarely I'm asked that question. What's a good way to think of a cubic meter? Well, one way I've told people over the years to picture a cubic meter that helps, or they've told me it helps anyway, is imagine 1,000 litres of water or drink, so then pour it out. And if you can't picture that, think of 500 2-litre bottle of Pepsi. That's a cubic meter. 1,000 litres of water equivalent of that. A cubic meter is approximately 35 cubic feet, if you want that in cubic feet. And in old money, a cubic meter in old money is 3 foot 3 be 3 foot 3 be 3 foot 3, which is approximately rounded 14 inches be 14 inches be 14 inches. Right, that's cubic meters. As I say, we're pricing cubic meters. Is it a set price per cubic meter? We have a cubic meter pricing band depending where your collection is in the UK and where it's going in Spain. I won't discuss the price bands for no other reason than it'd get complicated with our map, which I don't have available. All right. So yeah, door-to-door service where possible, providing in-situ service where possible, charged by the cubic meter. C, any other questions that I could come up with? We were founded in 2012, as I said. Yep. Still owned, family owned. Yep. Thank you whoever's watching, by the way. You're watching away. Go on, you must have a question or two. Or am I doing well covering anything you'd want to ask? I'm going to circle back to some of our more, but no, not nasty, but more memorable loads, because obviously some of us do stick in your mind more than others. One of our more challenging but in a fun way loads was when we had to move from East Yorkshire to East Yorkshire to industrial size, well, semi-industrial anyway, kilns for a pottery. That was a 4-person job. That was more thing. We had to obviously set up things, walkways, runways to get the pallets truck that the things were on moving around. But no job's a challenge. All jobs are a challenge. We love the challenge. We love the planning. We love all that. So don't think, oh, my job's got to be simple if it's not just a box. No. We do part loads, full loads. We price by the cube, so within reason we can do from a cubic meter up. Minimum price is a cubic meter, based on a cubic meter, they'll be advised of that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, as I said, the kilns in East Yorkshire were the more memorable moves. That was a 4 people overall job. Another memorable move, as I said, was the Meadowhall one. That stuck in the mind, as did the GPS mast. We have done wood, several trips of wood from Immingham docks to a housing development for a customer. Again, that was back in CTL days, so that's stuck in the mind. As I say, we do way, way, way more than just house moves. Within reason, if it's in the van and we can move it legally and safely, we will. How many years experience have we got? We're a small family firm, with the principal team being just 3, but it's safe to say we have over 50 years experience. Dad alone, which is Paul, does a lot of mainly does the driving, loading, some office work, has just from driving lorries, this is just from driving the big boy lorries, C+E, Arctics, 25 years alone experience there. Never mind other experience he's got. Obviously, we're 8 years as a company. We're doing this for 8 years, so there's barely 3 years alone with him, 8 years with me, 8 years plus mum, plus other experience. I've got over 19 months warehouse experience, postal logistics, dispatching, loading, transport office, also. So yeah, it's easy to say it's a small team, but over 50 years of experience, which hopefully that experience shines through when I'm talking, which I'm sure it does. Right, questions about us. And I've mentioned cubic meter, which isn't really about us, but as I was discussing that, we price by the cubic meter, that's what that tied in. What's the longest delivery we've done of a motorbike? Now let me just pop up the stats. I'm going to the About Us page on the website right now to give you the exact mileage of some of our furthest deliveries. Bear with me one moment. Bear with me. Right, here it is. So the longest we've delivered, I know I said a motorbike, but the longest distance we've delivered a car, for example, was from Baffa to Guildford at 1,370 miles. Motorbike stands in at 1,432 miles from Dorset to Mahaka. That's over where I am, but so yeah, we've delivered a fair few miles. Yeah, to date, we've done 50, been through. This is deliveries loaded and shipped through 50 imports. I'm including for this purpose the Channel Tunnel, and if we include the several airports we've done collected from or delivered to, 17 ports. I think it's 13 countries. No, my apologies, 11 countries to date. When we do the Ireland route, it becomes 13 countries because we're very likely going to be doing Northern Ireland and the Republic. Definitely doing the Republic, probably Northern Ireland, but as it stands, 11 countries been in, loaded, delivered, collected, or travelled through, including obviously all of England, UK, Germany, Belgium, Holland, Luxembourg, Andorra, Spain, Italy, Switzerland. Have we mentioned more countries today? We have been to the island of Mallorca, yes, as mentioned before. We do not do, though, the Canaries. I'm not going to go into the exact reason we don't do Canaries beyond cost and time loss. Yeah. Does the van have a tail lift? No, because the van is a panel van. which is a solid-sided one. She's an extra long wheelbase panel van. She's Euro 6 Yankee, meaning she's got the latest Euro emission spec engine on board with AdBlue. The van is actually currently 19 plates, so she's just over a year old. All right, that covers that. No, it does. Right. Yep, as I mentioned, the house move we did was in Switzerland. We have collected from Edinburgh Fringe as well. We took a load from Edinburgh Fringe a few years back, the Edinburgh Fringe Festival from Edinburgh to York. So that also sticks in mind. Got some lovely photos on that when loading in the shadows of Arthur Seat in Edinburgh. Okay. Still no questions, anyone? Okay, hopefully I'm doing a good job covering questions you want to ask. Okay, let's see. Right. Bear with me one moment, I just think. Okay. The van does have a side door, yes, and rear doors, obviously. All our moves, unless otherwise arranged or specified, are a two-person move. We will sometimes, at spare end for practicalities, if possible, and where possible, collect a third person, myself or mum, whoever wasn't on the move. We will sometimes also in the UK arrange for a porter to assist us if needed on larger items. Yeah. But yeah, unless otherwise specified, it'll be a two-person move. Again, unless specified, most routes will at some point touch M25 in the UK, yes. What's my least or our least favourite bit of the route between England and Spain? It's a stretch of the A23 Autovia de Mudjar in España, where the sat-nav takes great joy in going, for the next 171 miles, stay straight. If the sat-nav didn't speak, it wouldn't be a problem, because the Mudjar parts is a beautiful road. As I said, it leads to one of my favourite bits of the journey through the Pyrenees. There's a few places in France that are absolutely lovely. Navarax, because you go past a fortified town, then over a river with several bridges, beautiful. So yeah. Another great part of the job is when you're loading and unloading and making the customer's day dream come true to Spain. I say we move people to Spain. Do we move people from Spain? Yes. We cover both directions. So if you need to go from Spain, we've got it covered. If you need to go to Spain, we've got it covered. You want a quote? Ask away on the website, email, whatever. The links will be available after I've added them at the end of this video. So just check in for the links again. Right, okay, we do that. What if I've got a load from Spain to Portugal? Can you help? Yes, we can. What about a load from Spain to France? Again, yes, we can. Spain to Germany? Yes, we can. In fact, there was a reason I said Spain to Germany. We have actually got a load going from Spain to Germany on the 7th of September. We have space going back from Germany to either Spain or to the UK and then UK to Spain on the 10th of September. Anywhere to and from Spain within reason with us, Europe we can cover. That would include Denmark, which we've not yet done, would be nice to actually do. Austria, again, not done yet, would be nice to do, etc. Do we cover the UK islands? Yes, but be advised these will be at a price, these will not be the set cubic rates because of the additional ferries. I couldn't give you a price for them now either because these ferries mainly are priced on application routes. Do we have a preferred ferry operator? We do on certain routes. We generally will ship mainly with DFDS. Again, just driver and team preference. We have gone through the Channel Tunnel on 2 occasions, yes, but again, as preferred, we just prefer to take the ferry because it gives the driver time to unwind, rest, and relax, and things like that. Yeah, that's just better for everyone, I suppose. We keep in touch with the customers, yes. How long before the delivery do you need to confirm the delivery time on the day? Generally between 1 hour to 30 minutes in advance of the delivery. You will be given an ETA generally the day before. We can't give you an ETA too far in advance simply because of the sheer miles we travel on these routes. I mean, some of the routes you can probably appreciate cocking on just one leg off to up to 1,800 miles. So there's a lot of possibilities for things to go wrong, traffic jams, etc. Although admittedly, we only generally hit traffic around Bordeaux and Rouen on the entire route until we hit the UK. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.